Well, it has been in a year and a half, so I thought I would give you an update on the project to build an electronic street organ. This is the simulate an organ that an organ grinder would use, you know, with the monkey and everything like that. And it's taken a while because I've been slowly collecting the bits and pieces to finish out the organ in addition to the electronic portions. The first we have is a standard Pioneer CD player, or in-dash CD player with radio. We have a part of a broken Victrola, the crank mechanism. The important thing with there is it has the little catch on it so that a person can unscrew the handle when need be for travel. To that mechanism, we have attached a little lever switch that when it turns around, it opens and closes the switch. To the left, we've got from an old pipe organ the start and run switches. The start acts as the main switch, and then the run, you flick that up and it causes the radio to run all the time without having to crank the crank. The way this works is there is a circuit that gets energized by this switch. The switch energizes a circuit which closes a relay, and the relay turns on the radio. So if you ever stop cranking, the circuit de-energizes the relay that controls the radio also de-energizes. De-energizes, is that a word? But anyway, attached to the radio and all that, and a whole bunch of wires, we have the circuit I buried in an old cigar box. We have a relay that controls the turning on and off radio via the accessories wire, the red accessory wire off the back of the radio. We also have a second relay that breaks the connection to the speakers. At one time, when the radio would turn off, the speakers would put out an audible beep. So we wanted to get rid of that, so we basically turned off the speakers and the radio at the same time. Within the box there is a transistor and a capacitor and two resistors. The resistor and the capacitor make up the circuit as far as they control how quickly you have to crank the crank in order to keep the relays energized, keeping them closed and things all playing nicely. Off of that, we have two Kicker three-way speakers, and just for temporary, a 12-volt battery. I'm going to use this for experimentation to find out just how large of a battery I will need for the final street organ. And to give you an idea of what it will look like in the end, over here is an old Philco Highboy radio cabinet that was basically junk. And what I also bought 4 soapbox derby wheels to eventually put on a short cart that's going to be built for it. And in the center is where you will eventually see a whole collection of pipes being put, so it'll look actually like an organ. And then the radio and everything will be, this will be hinged. This top will be hinged from the back, and in there will be the stereo, the on and off switches, and over here will be the crank mechanism going out the back. So that's the way it looks like right now. So next video I'll actually crank it up.